In this video, I'm going to go over the difference between active and passive net players in doubles. When I watch most doubles matches at the club level, a lot of players at the net just aren't sure what to do. They're not in the right position, they don't move the right way, and they're very passive when it comes to their net play. In this video, what we'll cover is the differences between those players and the players that are more active and effective at the net, as well as how you can change your game to become more active and effective and help out your partner at the baseline. So the first place we're going to start is with anticipation. So active net players anticipate where the ball is going to go. Bad net players react. So what that looks like is during a rally, a good net player will go to where they think the opponent is going to hit the ball based on certain tendencies and what shot is most difficult and most likely to come back from the opponent. Whereas passive net players, and what I see a lot more often at the 3-0, 3-5, and 4-0 level in doubles, is they're going to stay at the net, they're going to cover their half, and they'll hit a volley if the opposing baseline player hits it down the line at them. Otherwise, they're really not going to be involved in the point at all. The next thing that active net players do is they move. So they don't only move forward and backwards, but they also move laterally a lot. This can really drive the opponent crazy. It can force a lot of errors, and it can get you a lot of easy volleys. What I see inactive or passive net players do is they'll really stay stagnant at the net. So they'll either stay in one position, or at best they'll move forward and backwards a little bit without any lateral movement. And what that's going to do is it's going to make you very predictable for the opponent and give them a very easy cross-court shot with zero pressure at all, and put all the pressure on your partner at the baseline to win the point. The next thing that active net players do is they're unpredictable. So during a rally, if the opponent has a forehand, I may stay on one of them, I may poach on another. On the next one, I might come across early and then come back and fake. And this opponent has no idea what I'm going to do. I'm totally unpredictable when I'm up there at the net. It's going to, again, force a lot of errors and help take a lot of pressure off your partner at the baseline. Bad or passive net players are very predictable in their movements. So if this player is hitting a forehand from the inside the baseline, this player will go over to cover the alley every single time. Or if they're hitting a backhand from the middle of the court, they're going to come here every single time. And it makes it very easy as the match progresses for the opponent to know exactly where to hit. So if you're doing the same thing every time, it's going to be really easy for the opponents to read you, and they're going to know where not to hit and how to beat you at the net. The next thing that active net players do, or really good net players in general, is they adjust throughout the match. This is really, really important. So you want to be studying your opponent, noticing, is their forehand weaker, is their backhand weaker, which direction do they like to hit the ball, and then adjust your movement accordingly. Bad net players or inactive net players have one mode. They play regardless of the opponent, regardless of which player's up or which player's back or where the opponents are on the court. They're going to play the exact same way, which might be move back when their partner's hitting, move up to the net when the opponent's hitting, maybe move here if the ball's in the middle of the court, move here if the ball's over near the doubles alley, and they're going to do it every time. So it's just one mode. They play the same way no matter who their opponents are. So you want to get good at reading the opponents and adjusting throughout the match so that you can improve your position and help out your partner at the baseline. And then the last thing active and good net players do is they know when to attack and when to defend. So they'll play really close to the net when they're attacking, when the opponent's way back behind the baseline. But if the opponent has a short forehand, for example, and it's approach shot, they know to shuffle back and buy themselves some time. Or if their partner throws up a lob, for example, they know exactly where to be and how to defend. What I see from a lot of passive net players is that they're going to stay in the same position, and maybe this player has a short forehand and they still stay here close to the net, not knowing when to defend. Or if they're way back behind the baseline, they hit a high floater over the net and they poach too far off the net and end up with a volley down at their knees. So they're not sure how to attack or defend. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have more lessons on how to be an effective active net player in doubles. So be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to follow along. And I'm also going to link to more resources below, including my 60-page ebook on net play strategy for doubles. So check it all out below, and I'll see you in the next video.